All right, guys, week 5 is upon us. Been a good season so far. A little different. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. 10 teams is a little different, more flex options. Um, it's been good. It's been good. All right, first matchup. We've got Aiken against James. James got to love the start. I'm just glad I'm not going against him. So Aiken, he's got to come from behind. DJ Moore, 45 points against him. So if James loses, that's wild. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. But anyways, I mean, Aiken's got a stud team. I look at these squads, look at the matchup. I do like Jordan Love a little bit over Prescott. Prescott going against San Francisco defense, that's tough. But they've sort of brought in the OC and built this offense to take down San Francisco after getting whooped by them a couple years in the playoffs. So, but I do like Diggs and Olave over Cooks, and Christian Kirk's been playing well, but I don't know if I can trust him. Monty without Gibbs and Hawk. I mean, who else is Goff going to get the ball to? How else are they going to run this offense? No Amon-Ra, which obviously hurts James. He's got to hope his players just have some solid floors. Like, hey, get me 8 points. Get me 8 points. Get me 8 points. I already got 45 from DJ Moore. Keep him in the lead. But, St. Brown being out, Higgins being banged up with his rib and questionable. I'm going to go with him. This is one of those, like, beforehand, I'd be like, Aiken's going to take it. 45 points from DJ Moore. He's going to ride the Moore coaster, and James for the win. Next, we got Dan versus Matt. Darnell Mooney. Oh my God, why would you ever start that guy? That's your fault. That's your own fault for starting him. You have replacement. I mean, you got Jonathan Taylor still in your IR. Shoot, I mean, you got Campbell still in your lineup. After we talked about all last week, why'd you start him? He was out, and now he's still out, and he's still in your lineup. Are you checked out? You done? You done? Is that how bad your team is? Poor management. Anyways, Josh Allen, yes, please. I do like all of these wide receivers to have good days. It's really tough to project. Hopkins in a really good matchup. Indy, their secondaries awful. Traylon Burks is out, so I think he's in a good spot. He's in my DFS lineup. Ayuk, on the flip side, Ayuk seems to be the guy when healthy for Purdy. Loves him. He's had 2 monster yardage games. So, but running back, obviously you got to go with CMC. But Madison against Kansas City is tough because Minnesota's O-line grades out well against KC's D-line, but is game script going to be in their favor for him to really be used in that rushing attack? That's going to be tough. Kelsey, obviously, solid for Dan. And, I do like Gus the Bus. I think he could have a good day. What did I see? Lamar has, 5 rushing touchdowns. 2 games with, 2 rushing touchdowns. It's maybe Gus is going to get one of those this week. It's going to be close if Matt sets a lineup. But you know what? I'm going to side with good management, and I'm going with Dan in this one. Next, we got Jimmy versus Tom. Now, I wonder if this will be close. I do love both QBs. Tua and Mahomes I don't know. Coin flip, right? Wide receivers, you got to give the edge to A.J. Brown and Adams. I do have Rice in a GPP lineup because I think he's got a good matchup. He's sneaky play this week. And on the flip side, the Rams haven't allowed a lot to the outside receivers, sort of keeping things in the middle of the field. Not that AJ doesn't, work the middle of the field, obviously, but, if AJ's in check, Rice has a touchdown or something, I don't know. I will say the running backs, it's going to be a good running back duel at this. Bryce, they say he's going to get more touches. I guess if you listen to the longer clip, they say Dalvin Cook's got to get rolling too. So it's maybe taken out of context a little bit with the reporting on that. But Denver's defense is still terrible. So Dalvin Cook and Breeze can still both have good games. I mean, what was it? Mostert and A-Chain 2 weeks ago both had 4 touchdowns or something. I don't know, something crazy, right? But I'll tell you what, Bijan gonna eat. Bijan gonna eat a lot. And I like Bijan this week. I like him, and I like Monty for top points, at running back this week. So, anyways, trying to fit Bijan into my DFS. It's tough to do unless I paid him. But anyways, Puka, does he got one more in him? I mean, if you're Tom, you gotta try. You gotta throw it out there and just see. But temper expectations a little bit. Neil Hunter, solid. TJ Edwards got him off to a nice start. Edge to Tom. Edge to Tom in a close one. Next, we got Caroline's foot fetish versus Caroline. That's me against Caroline. Burrow gonna feast this week against Arizona's defense. Arizona's defense not bad. Don't get me wrong. A lot of John, a lot of talk, but this guy's the Dragon Slayer. This guy, a leader of his team. He says he's finally healthy. He's going to do it. So watch out. But you know what? I got to watch out for Jefferson and Waddle. They're going to have some freaking huge weeks. Yikes. I'll be okay because ETN and Mostert are garbage, and I'll stick by that. This is a season long, right? We got 14, 17 weeks, right? So, she's riding her high horse, but I got Kamara back from suspension. Jacobs against Green Bay. Green Bay's defense just always seems to be terrible. So I like him. And then, it looked a lot better last week. Goddard going to do well against the Rams. Like I said, I think, he's kind of the squeaky wheel. He kind of spoke out about his role and the way the offense has been running. So I think he'll get his. And again, the Rams up the middle, where to go. We'll see. I got Lamb, Debo, Dubs, all became potential in my flex. Gotta love it. Roquan, she's got Roquan. He's been steady. Burns been a disappointment. You know what? I'm going with myself for the upset. I know I feel like I projected myself a lot. 2 weeks in a row, I know for sure. Lost to Tom, lost to James. But here I go. I'm getting it this week. Match of the week, Josh versus Jack. All right. Cup's back. Gotta love that, Josh. All right, QBs. Lamar and Cousins. Lamar's been playing well. A lot of rushing yards and touchdowns. Cousins, game script should be in his favor if we think KC offense is going to go big. So both should put up good numbers. Tyreek is Tyreek. Cup is Cup. Cup's not supposed to be limited, so that's good. And I already talked about outside receiver. So Smith, could be Smith. I'm not a fan of Smith this week. Now he's got big play. I mean, take one to get behind the defense, and Hurts is clearly looking to go deep, but he's just sometimes not finding it. But I've been wrong before, but I don't like Smith this week. Do like Mixon a lot. I think since he in a get right game, Burrow gonna do well, get some lead. Mixon's gonna get his burn. He's gonna be all right. Then they're gonna milk the game, but don't sleep on Connor. He's on the fringe for getting in my DFS lineups. Guy's solid. Laporta, like I said, they got. I said earlier, Hawkinson. I'm sorry, Monty for Detroit, and Laporta are going to be the guys. Hawkinson, I'm thinking about Justin Jefferson and Hawkinson, and in a game where Kansas City is theoretically gonna. We assume their offense is going to be all right. So I think Hawk's going to see touches. He's going to put up Kelsey numbers for not a Kelsey price. But Laporta, who else are they throwing it to? Is it Khalif Raymond, banged up Josh Reynolds? That's a good question. But I think it comes down to flex play. Aaron Jones, he's going to play. He played Thursday. And Jamar Chase, put them over Nico, Jordan Addison, Kyron. Fletcher Cox, I think, is out for Philly. But, Kyron, he ain't going to run on them. You know what I mean? So, and with Cup back, Cup, Puka, they're going to throw the ball. You know what? I think in the end, Jack gets the win. Moves to 4-1. All right, so we got Jack, RT, Tom, Dan, and James. All right, guys. Good luck this week. Enjoy the London game. Go Bills.